Hello students, this is our second lecture of this chapter, the Constitution of India. In first lecture, we have already discussed about what is constitution, types of constitution, why we need constitution, and what are laws and what are the importance of laws in society with the example of Dowry Prohibition Act and Sati Prevention Act. Now, today, our new topic is law and dissent. Laws are very important for societies. These laws are implemented by the legislature and must be followed. But sometimes these laws are broken, but in the great interest of the society. Now, one question in your mind come that why these laws are broken if they made for society. So here are two examples, salt satyagrah and second is anti-liquor agitation. Salt satyagrah, it was broken before independence. As in British rule, British had a monopoly to manufacture of salt in India. Their main aim was to collect more and more tax and they started tax on salt. Salt was a basic necessity item, so it was not good to give tax on salt. So Gandhiji decided to start a satyagrah against it. He started his journey on 12th March 1930 from Sabarmati Ashram and he reached on 6th April 1930 on Dandi. There means he violated the salt law by making salt there. Second example, anti-liquor agitation. It was happened after independence. As in one side, state government, it is a duty of the state to improve public health and prohibit consumptions of intoxicating drinks and drugs. But on the other side, this liquor, this alcohol, it affected many poor and daily wage earners, which is injurious to health and deprive their families to live in a standard way. Mahatma Gandhi also in his lifetime, he was against this evil and many groups of the individuals responded to the directive principles of a state policy in different ways. So they were also started anti-liquor agitation. So next topic is Constituent Assembly. The Constituent Assembly was given the task of framing the constitution in India. First meeting held in 9th December 1946. As the framers of Indian constitution, they were very well know about the social, economic and cultural diversity of India. So they considered every aspect before preparing the constitution. Total member of this Constituent Assembly were 389 in starting, but after partition member became 308. The members of the Constituent Assembly represented almost all the sections of the society. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of the Constituent Assembly. Now, drafting committee. Drafting committee formed to prepare the Constitution of India and the chairman of the drafting committee was Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar. This committee took times 2 years, 11 months, 18 days to form this constitution and constitution passed on 26 November 1949 and signed by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first president of India. When the constitution was passed, it had 395 articles and 8 schedules. At present, it has 444 articles and 12 schedules. The preamble, the introductory part of the constitution. The preamble, it is a guideline of the constitution. It is not a part of constitution, but it is the foundation on which a constitution stands. It declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular and democratic republic. In this preamble, it is written that India is a sovereign country. Sovereign means that India has its own government and no foreign countries can decide the India politics. Second, socialist. India is a socialist country. Means here social, political and economical all are equal. Third, secular. That no religion is important. Every religion is equal in India. And fourth, democratic republic, that India is a democratic country as well as republic country. Democratic, that Indian citizen has right to take part in decisions, and republic, that India has the power in one hand. There is no monarchy. Next, key features of Indian Constitution. There are many key features of Indian Constitution. First, written constitution. Indian Constitution is regarded as the lengthiest written constitution in the world. Second, rigid as well as flexible. The Indian Constitution is both rigid and flexible. Some part of it can be easily changed by the simple majority of both the houses of the parliament, and some part of it required two-third majority of both the houses and even the approval from the state legislature. Third, federalism. It is the main feature of Indian Constitution. Federal form of the government usually has two tiers of government, one of the central level and other at the state level. Indian federal structure is unique in world. Means in India government is in two parts. One, main government, central government, and every state has its own government and they are independent in work. Fourth, parliamentary form of government. The Constitution of India provides for the establishment of a parliamentary form of government in which the entire administration is carried out in the name of the President of India. The parliamentary form of government of India constitutes the President of India and both the houses of the parliament, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. But the actual power remain with the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister and the Council of Ministers are collectively answerable to the Parliament. Now, fifth, division of power. Division of powers. The powers are divided into three levels: legislature, executive and judiciary. Legislatures are elected representatives who make laws for country. Second, executive, group of ministers who implement these laws. And third, judiciary, a system of court in the country which uphold laws. In this way, division of power is between legislature, executive and judiciary, and each organ can check the powers of the others. Next, sixth, fundamental rights. Fundamental rights secure the citizen of India against the arbitrary and absolute exercise of power by the state. The Constitution of India guarantees the right of the individual against the state as well as against other individuals. We have rights, we have fundamental rights, that we are equal, we are having freedom of speech and many rights. Last, secularism. Secularism is one of the most essential feature of the Indian Constitution. According to this, not single religion is important. Every religion here is equal and no state officially promote any religion. One more feature of Indian citizen is single citizenship. Here, single citizenship. Likewise, in some countries, dual citizenship also, but in India, we have single citizenship. Now, from this lecture, what we understood? We understood about the Constituent Assembly, about the drafting committee, then about the preamble, and then key features of Indian Constitution. After this lecture, you will read all the important points of this topic and underline all important points. Thank you.